There are those who think that Trump, the president of the United States, is hated by many Americans. He is not hated by many Americans. I want to tell you the truth. He is not hated. Trump is not the problem. They don't hate Trump. They hate those that Trump seems to support.
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
They're angry at Trump for supporting Christians.
Yes.
You better know it.
Yes.
So the real ones they hate are you who are Christians.
Yes.
That's what the hatred of Trump is all about. It's got nothing to do with Trump. Before he started giving his voice in support of Christians and in support of Israel, before he started giving his voice, he was the friend of the left. Don't forget. He was their darling. They loved him. But because it didn't come from their sponsorship, and they didn't expect him to become president, they blamed the evangelicals. They blamed the Christians for voting him into office. And that's what they hate him for. So if you're a Christian, better know that. Don't think, oh, if we just get Trump out of the way, then everything will just be calm. It will not be calm. They hate you. And he seems to protect you. That is the problem. They think he's protecting you. And you better wake up. If he were to switch today and be against you, be against the church, they would love him.
For too long, politicians have tried, oh, have they tried, to centralize authority among the hands of a small few in our nation's capital. I see them all the time. Bureaucrats think they can run over your lives, overrule your values, meddle in your faith, and tell you how to live, what to say, and where to pray. But we know that parents, not bureaucrats, know best how to raise their children and create a thriving society. And we know that families and churches, not government officials, know best how to create a strong and loving community. And above all else, we know this. In America, we don't worship government, we worship God. Our religious liberty is enshrined in the very First Amendment in the Bill of Rights. The American founders invoked our Creator 4 times in the Declaration of Independence. Benjamin Franklin reminded his colleagues at the Constitutional Convention to begin by bowing their heads in prayer. I remind you that we're going to start saying Merry Christmas again. My administration will always support and defend your religious liberty. We don't want to see God forced out of the public square, driven out of our schools, or pushed out of our civic life. We want to see prayers before football games if they want to give prayers. We want all children to have the opportunity to know the blessings of God. We will not allow the government to censor sermons, to restrict the free speech of our pastors and our preachers and the people that we most respect. Like Robert. That is why, just as I promised Pastor Jeffress and other faith leaders, I just signed an executive order following, and this is something that makes me very happy and very proud, following through on my campaign pledge to stop the Johnson Amendment from interfering with your First Amendment rights. As long as I am president, no one is going to stop you from practicing your faith or from preaching what is in your heart. We want to hear him.